Hi, this is Von Daly, and I'm going to change it up a little bit from what I've been talking about. I'm going to talk about Christians and what their duty is as a Christian. Do you understand that the supreme function of the church is to win lost souls? That's it. We're supposed to be looking at expanding the kingdom of heaven, grabbing the souls out of Satan's hands. Another thing we're responsible for is to destroy the works of Satan, and we do that with Jesus as our power and authority. We need the Christians. We need to quit being soft with no backbone and blaming our non-action on that God has this. Of course, God has a plan. His plan includes us. You know, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I read the end of the book. I know we win. God's wins." You know what I have to say to that? I've read the middle of the book, and in James it says, "Faith without action is dead, and dead faith is worse than no faith." So faith means action. We're supposed to be people of faith. We have to be people of action. And as a person of action in spiritual warfare, that means we're a warrior. A warrior is courageous and takes action in the truth. A warrior knows where the power and authority comes from. It comes from Jesus. A warrior stands when the whole world is sitting down and screaming at them to sit down too. We stand in the truth. Jesus said we're going to be persecuted if we follow him. If you're not being persecuted in some way, shape, or form, you need to ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you over the target? Are you working for Jesus? You trying to save souls? You destroying the work of Satan? If you're not being persecuted, you have to ask yourself that. Do you believe? Do you believe you were put here for a purpose? Do you believe God specifically made you in the way he made you and gave you gifts that nobody else has and can operate exactly like you? Do you go to church to get refreshed and begin each week anew, or do you go to church as a social club? Because today I see a lot of social clubbers, and you might not like what I have to say, but if you aren't active to change the moral fabric of this country, what are you doing? The only way we can change the moral fabric of this country is to save souls, bring people back to Jesus, to invite God back into our country. If you're not doing that, you have to ask yourself, why am I here? We know that we are set apart. We've been chosen for this mission. It's not easy, and a lot of people aren't going to like us, but Jesus chose us for this mission. We're set apart. Do you believe when Jesus said, the Christians of the future are going to do the same things I did, but only greater? He says that in the book of John. I think it was like chapter 14, verse 12. But in the book of John, Jesus says, "You will do greater things than I've done." Do you believe that? Do you believe you're on a divine mission? Do you believe you're here to expand the kingdom of heaven? Do you believe you're responsible for helping people see the Lord? Do you believe? Do you believe Jesus will never leave you or forsake you? Do you believe? That's what's going to make you strong. You are if you believe. But if you don't believe and only know verses of the Bible, then you have some learning to do. You have to stand up. You have to stand up to make a difference. You have to stand up to the truth, to enforce the truth. The days of compromise because we're a Christian and we just so love you so much we'll compromise, those days are gone, and that was a lie. We do not compromise on the truth. We stand firm on the truth. Because who's paying for it right now? The children? They're being told that little boys want to be little girls and little girls want to be little boys, and transhumanism and all that stuff's going on. Artificial intelligence. Oh man, the list goes on and on, right? You have to stand firm. We as Christians have to stand firm. If you're not in the Bible on a daily basis, read the Bible. Pray on a daily basis in whatever's put on your heart, and ask Holy Spirit for wisdom and discernment. We have a job to do. Calling yourself a Christian and setting yourself apart from the world is not an easy task. If you think it's easy, you do it for like you're a social club, you're in the wrong business. All right. That's what I have to share today. I hope you walk in the truth.